Are you ready for pro flute tips numbers 6 to 10? My name is Jane. I'm a flute teacher and I teach flute players like you how to get faster progress on the flute by learning proper flute technique. Pro tip number 6. Pretty soon I'm going to run out of fingers. Pro tip number 6 is on high B. Did you know that you cannot have your thumb on the B flat key? You cannot have your thumb on the B flat key when you play high B. It must be on the B natural, like this. If you have it on the B flat, it will sound like this. Pretty bad. It's flat, it's actually hard to play, and it doesn't sound very nice. That is your pro tip number 6. When you play high B, make sure you have your thumb on the B natural. Hey, speaking of high notes, not just high B, but pretty much the top 2/3 of the range of the flute. Speaking of those high notes, if you would like to learn how to play them really easily, because you'll be learning the proper way to play high notes, the proper embouchure technique, join me at www.flute.school/high notes and I will teach you for free. It's a free mini course, 3 tips on how to play high notes. Actually, it's not 3 tips. It's 1 proper high note technique for your embouchure broken into 3 little lessons. I'll see you there, www.flute.school/high notes. You will not regret it. It will change your high notes forever. Here is pro flute playing tip number 7. I'm definitely going to run out of fingers soon. Did you know that the manufacturer's mark on a flute head joint and body that is normally marked here is generally not in a very good spot to line up the flute? You'll see that I have black marks on mine, if I can find the camera. I have black marks on mine because they are way more accurate and particular to my facial shape, my lips, my teeth, my hand position, the way I hold the flute, the way I'm used to holding the flute, and that's very specific to me. So if you find that the manufacturer marks, you're like, oh, it's so uncomfortable, just move the head joint in a bit or move the head joint out a bit and just keep it there because it is very specific to each individual person. So it's a very rough guide, the manufacturer engravings of where to put the flute. Like this video, subscribe to this channel called The Flute Academy, and even share it with a friend. Do you know somebody who plays the flute and they're obsessed with lining up the manufacturer mark exactly right? Share this video with them and they'll go, oh, I didn't know that. Pro flute tip number 8. Now, if you ever get right hand pain when you play, this is one reason why this could be the case. Have a look at my right thumb here. If you have it too far forward, like that, it's going to collapse your right hand and it's going to put strain on this joint here and these muscles and tendons, etc. in here. And that can give you pain. So if you find that your right thumb is sticking out like this, or even not that much, pull it back and see if you can get some space back into this hand. So instead of being collapsed like this, you might find that your right elbow can go up a little bit and it'll take some pressure off this right wrist and give you a lot more comfort when you play. Hey, speaking of proper flute technique, do you have a fluffy sound and you sound a bit like this? Maybe you even run out of air way more quickly than you want to. Well, if that's the case, I think I want to teach you proper embouchure technique. Join me for free at www.flute.school. Sign up to the free mini course there, the one that says instantly get a stronger sound on the flute or a stronger tone on the flute. And I'm going to teach you 3 things that you can adjust with your embouchure, which instantly get you a stronger sound. And you'll sound more like this. Much stronger. You'll be able to get through longer phrases. If you get dizzy, you won't get dizzy anymore because it's teaching you proper embouchure technique for a strong sound. All right, let's get back into these pro flute tips. Welcome to pro flute tip number 9. Now, are you one of those people that thinks that the flute keys should be parallel with the floor? I wonder if that's you. If that is you, well, there's a better way to align your flute, which is going to let your fingers move faster. So here we go. with this Pro Flute tip. If you think that the keys should be parallel to the floor, look, you're not like completely wrong, but there's a way better way of doing this. Because if you look at your flute, see these rods down here? These have weight to them. And if your flute keys are parallel to the floor, these rods are going to make the flute want to roll back, especially when you play something like the note C, where you have no thumb. If you have more weight at the back of your flute, it's going to want to roll in. So if you ever feel like you're going to drop your flute whenever you play C or C sharp, this could very well be the reason why. What to do instead? Tip the flute forward just a bit, and that is the alignment that you want. That is the balance that you want for the flute is slightly tipped forward. Of course, you'll need to rearrange your head joint, maybe even rearrange a little bit how your hands are, but that's the premise behind having a balanced flute. It frees up your hands from having to grip onto the flute to stop it from rolling, and it will let your fingers move much faster, much more freely once you get used to this new position. Here we are for pro tip number 10. This is the last one I'm going to be able to actually use my fingers for. Speaking of fingers, did you know that when you play high C, which is this C, you must have your right hand pinky off? You've been so well taught probably that you need your pinky. You must keep your right pinky on all the time, except for a couple of notes here and there. But not many people know that it has to be off for high C. If you have a B foot and you have, my voice went so high. If you have a B foot and you have 1, 2, 3 keys here, then of course you probably already know if you have a B foot that you need to have your right pinky on what's called the gizmo key. So if you have a B foot, you probably know that already. If you have a C foot like mine with just 2 keys here, you must have your pinky off. Otherwise, it's not going to work and it's going to sound like this. There you go. You do not want your high C to sound like that. Okay, there we go. That was tips 6 to 10. If you would like some serious professional advice on how to get a stronger sound for free, go to www.flute.school and sign up for the free mini course that gets you an instantly stronger tone. I take you through 3 tweaks to do to your embouchure that get you from sounding like this. Terrible sound. To this. If you would like strong flute tone like that, join me at www.flute.school and I'll see you for the free mini course. You will absolutely not regret doing it. It's going to change your tone. See you there.